Tonight, the Mexican cartel and what the United States had to do with it, final updates from Milan and Cortina, and some monkey business you won't want to miss. All that and more, this is Clemson News Now. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Jackson Cash.
And I'm Colonial Adolfo. Breaking internationally, Sunday marked the end of the search for Mexico's most wanted as drug cartel leader El Mencho was killed in a special military operation. El Mencho died at the age of 59 as the mastermind behind the Jalisco New Generational Cartel, or the CJNG. As a former police officer, El Mencho's CJNG is known for its extremely violent tactics, including a military-style arsenal that successfully struck down a military helicopter with air-launched explosives in 2015.
Both United States and Mexican officials have considered the CJNG a major security threat as a unit with the capacity to defeat local authorities. The United States Drug Enforcement Administration considers the CJNG a similar threat level as the Sinaloa cartel, housing what is believed to be an equivalent of $50 billion as they operate on the basis of several controlled substances in the United States, including cocaine, fentanyl, and methamphetamine.
Moving beyond drug trafficking, the CJNG developed a reputation of killing civilians and its aggressive territorial expansion, participating in fuel theft, extortion, financial frauds, and human smuggling. El Mencho has previously been convicted of organizing heroin distribution in the United States, serving nearly 3 years in prison. El Mencho has since been indicted several times, culminating in the recent U.S.-backed operation to terminate his vast criminal record. The attack on El Mencho was not unanswered by the cartel, with bus fires and road closures being used as CJNG tactics to portray resilience and continued presence. Despite continued violence following the raid, Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum stated that normal activities are proceeding in the vast majority of national territory.
Actor Eric Dane, best known as Dr. Mark Sloan from Grey's Anatomy, has passed away at 53 after battling ALS. ALS is a disease that affects motor neurons in the spinal cord, which causes progressive muscle atrophy and general weakness. Also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, Dane announced his ALS diagnosis in April 2025 and became a passionate advocate for awareness and research.
In a June interview, he shared how quickly the disease was progressing, saying his right side had stopped working and he feared losing his left hand soon. His family said he spent his final days surrounded by close friends, his wife, and his 2 daughters, Billy and Georgia. The family is asking for privacy as they grieve. Our thoughts are with them. He will be missed deeply.
Taking a look at the sports world, the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan Cortina wrapped up on this past Sunday with a closing ceremony in Verona's ancient Roman arena-themed beauty in action. But the real beauty came from some final Olympic medal wins. Men's hockey is back in focus, and Team USA's men's hockey just rewrote history. For the first time since the 1980 Miracle on Ice game, the United States won Olympic gold in men's hockey. They beat Canada 2-1 in overtime, with Jack Hughes scored the game-winning goal with less than 2 minutes in. Assisted by Zach Werenski, Captain Austin Matthews said it was truly special, and to celebrate, the team flew to Miami to keep the party going.
Hockey wasn't the only thing in the spotlight. Snowboarder Chloe Kim stunned fans by claiming half-pint silver after her hiatus from competing. This locked in her status as one of the sport's most dominant athletes. Meanwhile, in the speed skating oval, the U.S. women's team delivered a surprise silver in the team pursuit after entering the event as underdogs.
In figure skating, 20-year-old Alyssa Liu brought home gold for the U.S. in women's individual figure skating, and she is the first American woman on the podium since Sasha Cohen's silver in 2006, and the first since Sarah Hughes's in 2002. If you're bummed, the Olympics are over. Look no further. The Paralympics starts March 6th in Verona, and a quick look ahead at future Olympic events: the 2028 Summer Games in Los Angeles and the 2030 Winter in the French Alps.
Closer to home, reporter Brian Warner has the rundown on Clemson athletics this week. Brian, what do you have for us?
Well, Kalani, Tiger fans should be excited. Although February is cooling off, the spring season is heating up. Starting on the diamond, Clemson baseball has gotten off to a roaring start, sitting at 8-0 after their most recent win against Presbyterian by a score of 6-2. Now ranked 15th in the country, the Tigers will look to keep the fire burning as they head to Columbia to kick off the Palmetto Series against the 6-3 Gamecocks. Moving on to Clemson softball, they have also been in a heater recently, winning 5 in a row with their most recent win being a 10-1 beatdown on 15th-ranked Georgia. Run ruling them in 6 innings, this victory marks the first time in program history that the Tigers have beat the Bulldogs in Athens. This win is also the first time either team has run ruled the other in the series history. The Tigers will look to extend their win streak on Friday, February 27th, at home during the Tiger Invitational as they face off against Wofford and Georgia Southern in an afternoon doubleheader. Moving on to the hardwood, women's basketball made their own statement on Sunday, beating the 9th-ranked Blue Devils 53-51, handing Duke its first ACC loss of the season. Hannah Cohn's three-pointer with 3 seconds left, followed by Taylor Johnson-Matthews' tip pass on the Blue Devils inbound, secured the win for the Tigers and improved their record to 19-9. They will look to carry this momentum to Berkeley, California as they take on the Golden Bears tonight at 10 p.m. Unfortunately, the men's team has had a 4-game skid with their most recent loss to Florida State. They will look to get back on track with the win this Saturday at home against Louisville. This game will be pivotal as their chances of making the tournament are currently up in the air. Speaking of air, the gymnastics team is flying high as they have won 2 matches in a row, sweeping the Pittsburgh Panthers and improving to 4-4 on the season. The Tigers will look to extend their winning streak next Friday when they travel to Ann Arbor to face the Wolverines. If you want to continue cheering on your Tigers, here are the next big events that will be taking place this weekend. Women's lacrosse will be traveling to Boston to face off against the Eagles. Women's tennis will be defending home court tomorrow against Notre Dame. Men's tennis will be traveling to Winston-Salem to take on the Demon Deacons, and a handful of Tigers will be competing in the ACC Indoor Track and Field Championships in Boston from today until Saturday. That's all from me. Back to you, Kalani.
Thanks, Brian. This week marks the annual gathering of social media gurus as the Clemson Social Media Listening Center hosts 4 days of informational panels to inspire students aiming to integrate social media into their professional lives. The panels kicked off on Monday and continued through Thursday with various guests that each hold a unique perspective on the role of social media in their respective industries.
Many local guests came to share insights, including representatives from the City of Greenville, Greenville Drive, and Georgia Aquarium. Additionally, Social Media Week 2026 boasts internationally recognized guests from top-performing companies such as Canva, Barstool Sports, Hershey, and Live Nation. Thursday's lineups even include some fan-favorite guests as the SMLC hosted Lexi Young and Kylie Russell, former Bachelor and Bachelor in Paradise contestants. This year's Social Media Week was certainly one for the books, and students should be sure to refer to the Clemson SMLC website and social media platforms for more information and an inside look at Social Media Week 2026.
In the Northeast, a major blizzard has hit this past weekend. The storm has brought some record snow and strong gusts of wind, especially to southern New England, Providence, Rhode Island, receiving a record 37.9 inches of snow, the single biggest snowstorm in the city's history. Monday alone was 33.5 inches of snow, which is more snow there in one day than the past 2 winters combined. New York City saw 19.7 inches of heavy, wet snow, pushing their season total to 42 inches, the snowiest winter since 2014.
Philadelphia picked up 14 inches, making this one of their top 15 snowiest seasons on record. Adding to the storm, travel was a nightmare. More than 9,000 flights were canceled, travel bans went up across multiple states and cities. New York City deployed 2,300 plows and 700 salt spreaders for their first real old-school snow day since 2019. Power outages spiked to over 644,000 customers at the peak, mostly in Massachusetts and New Jersey. Estimates show that total damages and economic losses could reach $34 to $38 billion.
A historic winter storm from the Northeast. But what about here in Clemson? Let's turn things over to reporter Gianna Viola, who has the forecast headed into next week. Gianna, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Kalani, and good evening, Tigers. If you're ready for some warmer weather, this weekend is looking nice in Clemson. Friday is going to feel like spring with a warmer afternoon temperatures in the mid-60s and a mix of sun and clouds. Just a small chance for isolated showers later, so keep a light jacket handy just in case. Now for Saturday, it's a bit warmer with a high of about 64 degrees and sunny skies. And on Sunday, you can expect the mid-70s and comfortable conditions. It'll be perfect weather to be outside. Enjoy this taste of warm weather, Tigers. Make sure that you're ready for a few sprinkles in early next week, but other than that, the temperatures are looking really nice. That's all I have for you this week. Back to you, Kalani.
Thanks, Gianna. Our final story comes out of a Japanese zoo with a viral monkey capturing viewers' hearts nationwide. 7-year-old Punch, a Japanese Makachu monkey, has gained international attention as he befriended a plush monkey toy after being abandoned by his mother. Footage on social media has become viral as viewers empathize with Punch, claiming that other monkeys bully him at the Ichikawa Zoo in Japan.
Experts claim that heightened temperatures in Ichikawa may have created a stressful environment that caused Punch's mother to prioritize her own health and survival over her newborns. Moreover, Punch was his mother's first baby, possibly indicating inexperience as another reason for abandonment. The zoo staff noticed Punch's unfortunate situation and gifted him a new best friend, an orangutan plushie toy that allows Punch to nurture his natural tendency to cling to a mother figure.
Despite their newfound fame, experts claim that Punch's orangutan plush will not act as a replacement to a live mother, raising concerns for his understanding of subordination as he integrates into the group as an adult monkey. Fortunately, loyal Punch fans on social media report other monkeys stepping in to help groom and comfort Punch when larger monkeys assert their dominance over him.
As a response to the influx of public attention, Ichikawa Zoo staff reminds the public that asserting dominance over new monkeys is a natural practice among Punch's species. In person, zoo employees have limited visitation of Punch's exhibit to avoid adding further stress to the enclosure as his popularity continues to grow online. Although Punch is a fun, adorable mascot for the zoo community, experts urge the public to refrain from participating in the pet monkey trade, highlighting the danger of owning pet monkeys to Punch's species.
Well, Tigers, that's it for this week's update. Join us next week for more of the latest headlines nationally and locally. I'm Kalani Adolfo.
And I'm Jackson Cash, Clemson News Now.